Hey there, welcome to day 24 of our free our free Get Up and Go challenge. I forgot what I was doing. Today is day 24, and we're going to be talking about our mental part of our life, so our mental soap. Using the soap framework, we're going to apply it to our mindset, our mental, our thinking, our minds, our brains, our logical, subjective minds, right? We are, of course, not necessarily logical beings. We are emotional beings, which we talked about yesterday. I hope that you ran through the SOAP framework using an emotion yesterday and that you got a lot out of that. It's one of my favorite things to apply the SOAP framework to and get it going in my subconscious so that I don't have to think about it, so that I'm coming out with better decisions after I experience something than before I experience it. So what are we going to talk about with respect to our mental SOAP? Our mindset, our thinking, our thoughts, really our beliefs are formed from our thinking. Beliefs are just thoughts that we think a lot, or that formed when we had a significant emotional event and we link things together in our thinking and in our mind, whether they're actually related or not. A lot of the times they're not even related, but when we were a child we had an experience and there was a lot of emotion around that experience, and we link things together. We link sight, sound, smells, all of our different senses that we experience, senses that we experienced at the time of that event. We link them together and they become triggers for us whether we know it or not. So our tool today is something I call Affirmations Cubed, or Affirmations. There's a lot of different ways of looking at it, but it's a technique and a tool that I've learned over the years, and it's kind of morphed and changed for me. And I use it, I actually use this tool every day. It's one of my secret weapons in terms of making sure that my mindset and my thinking is right. Now, our mindset and our beliefs, you hear the term limiting beliefs a lot. Now, the challenge with limiting beliefs is we don't think we have any. As an individual, we don't think that we have any limiting beliefs because they're just our beliefs. And all of us have different beliefs, different thoughts, different experiences that have caused us to believe certain things. It's very, very hard to try to get anyone else to change their beliefs. The truth is, the only person that can change our beliefs is us. We can look at our thoughts and our beliefs and we can analyze them and we can say, is this what I really believe? Does this even belong to me, this belief? Or is this something I picked up years and years ago, or in an emotionally charged experience that I don't even realize that I'm thinking anymore? So I use affirmations to create and install in my subconscious the beliefs and the thoughts and the patterns I want to have in my life. So what is this tool? For mental soap, I like to use, and I hope I wrote backwards properly, Affirmations Cubed. This is a little backwards 3 there. I made my 3 backwards. Affirmations Cubed. And the way that we do those is a lot of times you'll hear affirmations, and when you learn and study and learn how to write and use affirmations, they say use the 3 Ps. Make them positive, make them present tense, and make them personal. They're about you. Make them I am fit, trim, energized, and active. Make them what you want to be as if you are that right now. Well, that's the main, I am blank is the main form for affirmations. But to supercharge and put them on steroids, you can add a couple tweaks to it that gets it past your conscious mind and more quickly and easily gets you to adopt and believe those affirmations, which the sooner you believe them, the more quickly they become a reality for you. So the second version, and the second and third, it's whatever order works for you, because I mix them up. Sometimes I say the why next, and sometimes I say the how next. So the second form of the affirmation, so say I am fit, trim, energized, and active, since I started with that one, or I am open, flexible, optimistic, accepting, flowing, whatever you want. I am abundant. Why is it so easy for me to be abundant? And then how can I be more abundant right now? Or how can I blank? So the 3 versions, the cubed for the affirmations are I am blank. Why is it so easy, blank, for me to be blank, as if we are already? Because then it gets our subconscious mind answering that question. And how can I blank? How can I be even more fit, trim, energized, and active right now? Why is it so easy for me to be fit, trim, energized, and active? I am fit, trim, energized, and active. And as a bonus, you can say, I have a hypnotist friend, Victoria Gallagher, who says, with her affirmation, she does the I version 3 times, and then she repeats the you version 3 times. So she'd say, I am fit, trim, energized, and active 3 times. And then she would say, you are fit, trim, energized, and active 3 times. I guess that's another way to get around your conscious mind into your subconscious, is you're saying it, but then someone else is saying it about you as well. And so it just supercharges the affirmation. So how do we use this with our SOAP framework? Well, with our SOAP framework, it really comes into play when we're telling our story about what we're thinking right now. What's my situation? What am I thinking? What am I believing about that situation right now? And then what do I want to believe? So that helps us to identify our current and our desired state with respect to our mindset. Now, I personally think there's directions that we want to go in our mindset that make our life a lot easier and work better for us. So to go from closed to open, rigid to flexible, pessimistic to optimistic, doubtful to believing, judgmental to accepting, blocked to flowing, scarcity to abundance, or lack to abundance, whatever it is that you want to do. So I identify, and that's what I make my affirmations about, where I am right now and what I want to be. Maybe I am being too judgmental and I want to be more accepting. So how do I fill that gap? Well, I go to what are the different options? What are the different possible ways I can go from rigid to, or judgmental to accepting? What are some things that I can do to do that? I'm going to pick one of those. And I'm going to use a quick and dirty way to pick which thing I'm going to work on is I make my list. I always like to make a list of at least 10 ways that I could do that. So what are 10 ways I could go from being judgmental to more accepting? And I might think of different examples or scenarios that I could be more accepting in and less judgmental. Just, it is what it is. And a lot of times it's none of my business, right? It's none of my business to judge. I can judge myself, but sometimes we judge ourselves too harshly. But it's none of my business to judge anybody else. And then, so I pick one using the old quick and dirty plus or minus method, right? Advantages, disadvantages. Take a sheet of paper, fold it in half, plus on one side, minus on the other. Look at the different options, weigh out the positives and the negatives of that option. Pick one, then use Mel Robbins' 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take action immediately. Do something immediately. And for the P in my my progress with respect to my mental wellness, my thinking, my beliefs, is to try out and to do and use the Affirmations Cubed, or to the 4th power, to practice, because that's how we change our thinking and our beliefs, is through affirmations and statements or experiences. If I can go out and I can get an experience that changes my thinking and my thoughts and my belief and my mindset, that's the best. But it's easier to do it in our mind with affirmations and Affirmations Cubed than it is to actually find an experience we're going to have that. But here's the rub. If we practice in our mind, all of a sudden we will find ourselves in experiences and situations where we can be more accepting and less judgmental, or be more of what we want to be and less of what we don't want to be. So what's our action item today? Try this on for size. Try the affirmations on for size. Pick one thought or belief that you have and run it through the SOAP framework. What is my belief right now? What do I want it to be? What are different options of looking at and changing or improving that belief, or going from what I believe now to something that I want to believe more? Pick an action, take an action, and your action today is just to try on this strategy. I am accepting. Or, you don't want to say less judgmental, because our brain never hears a negative. That's why we keep it positive. I am accepting of the way things are. Why is it so easy for me to accept things the way they are? How can I be more accepting and loving in my behaviors with other human beings today? Whatever works and flows for you and feels right for you. And then you are accepting. You are a loving and accepting human being. Oop, that's my timer. You see me jump. All right, any questions? Ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow, and we are going to do, I think we'll do spiritual soap tomorrow. How does that sound? Spiritual soap on a Monday. Meh, it's okay. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. I'm thinking spiritual, but maybe we'll do communication or confidence. We'll see. Have an awesome day. Any questions? Ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow.